So we are on.
Okay.
Hi, Kevin.
Hello. How are you, Freddy?
I'm fine. Nice to have you here.
Yes, it's good.
Maybe you take the chance and introduce yourself.
Yep.
First.
So my name's Kevin Gunton. I run a club, SJJ Martial Arts. We're based in Lowestoft in sunny England.
Yeah, I remember my times when I was in England, in Lowestoft. And yeah, we were very lucky. We had a brilliant day,
Yep.
or let's say a brilliant weekend together, and the sun was shining. Kevin, what made you take up martial arts to start with, or self-defense?
One of my friends. I'd never had any interest in martial arts before, but when I was 13, my friend came up to me and said, "Do you want to come along to a class?" So I went along and thoroughly enjoyed it, and
Cool.
been doing it ever since.
Okay. And which martial arts was at your starting point, the first one you started with?
So the first one we started off was Jiu-Jitsu, Japanese style of Jiu-Jitsu, and I've been doing that for 25 years now.
Okay. What challenges have you already faced or had to overcome yourself as a martial artist?
A lot of it is finding, so I do a full-time job as well as doing martial arts. So a lot of time is, is juggling work and personal time to find the times to train, but always make time for training. So it's bit of juggling of time and
That actually is with everyone the same way when we do it as a side story besides our regular job. Yeah, that's true. What goals are you pursuing in the martial arts?
So I'd like to slowly grow my club. So currently we've got about 50, 60 students, most of which are children. But I would like to have a lot more through the door and slowly grow in the community in England.
So now it comes a very funny question for you.
Okay.
What is your biggest own weakness?
My biggest own weakness?
I presume you have a weakness.
Everybody has a weakness somewhere. What is my biggest weakness? Doing interviews.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I think it's not necessarily a weakness, but when I'm explaining things, so it's not so bad when I'm doing it with my students, but if I'm teaching people new, I tend to get, I don't know whether it's nervous, I get my words muddled up a little bit, so it's just communication, so it's something that I'm getting more and more used to.
Okay. Yeah, this is something we grow in as martial artists.
Yes, exactly, yeah. So
we grow in this,
do a lot of teaching and that, so it's getting a lot better than what I used to be.
Okay. Yeah. That happens to all of us.
Yeah.
Everybody has maybe a struggling start out in the beginning, but as older as we get, as more experience we have,
definitely.
it gets hopefully better.
Yeah.
What role does nutrition play for you as a martial artist?
Try to stay reasonably healthy. For a martial arts point of view, we don't want to be oversized, not the correct word, but need to be fit and healthy. Obviously, in Jiu-Jitsu, we do a lot of movement, a lot of throws. So it's good to be fit and healthy for that.
Yeah, and it's probably very bad if you have overweight.
If you're overweight, it's bad for the joints.
Yeah.
And I say we do a lot of throws in Jiu-Jitsu, so it's you're getting up and down, up and down. If you're overweight, it's a little bit of a struggle, but we can do stuff.
Here comes the next one.
Okay.
Do you have a favorite food or drink?
Favorite food? My favorite food is probably, I like a good curry.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Thai food?
Yeah. Thai curry's nice.
And drink?
Favorite drink?
Don't say it's Guinness.
No. I like a beer, nice cold beer. Doesn't matter what sort of beer. Non-alcoholic.
Okay,
I do like Iron Brew.
So it's like me.
Yeah.
Non-alcoholic beer is okay.
Yeah.
Okay. What are your personal goals, even long-term goals in the martial arts?
Again, long-term goals are just to continue being taught, get as much knowledge as I can.
Yeah, that's
and
very
then for
good.
me to pass on that knowledge to my students,
Mm-hmm.
not just the adults that I teach, but the kids as well, because the children are obviously the future.
Yep.
And so I just want to continue doing what I'm doing. If I can gain the knowledge, then I can pass that down.
I assume this is one of the reasons why you're now here in Germany
Yes.
to join this seminar.
Yeah, definitely. I think you've got to be open-minded, and the more you can learn, the more you can pass on, and it helps.
In general, what kind of martial arts experience do you have yourself?
So I've done Jiu-Jitsu for 25 years.
Wow, okay.
And then I've also done Goshin-Jitsu, which is our style of street self-defense. So I've done that as well for 20 years. And then obviously I've now started moving into the Krav Maga as well. And it all combines nicely together.
Yeah, that's actually, if you know how to deal with that, this is quite true, yeah?
Yeah.
You can combine everything, yeah?
Yeah, I think the most important part is you've got to be open-minded.
Yeah. So tell us a little bit about your professional career.
As in what I do outside of martial arts?
Yes?
Yeah. So I'm an electrician by trade. So I do a lot of work around the country doing maintenance on solar panels.
Ah, okay. Yeah, you mentioned this once to me, yeah?
Yeah, so it keeps me very busy.
Okay, thanks for that. Were you influenced by your parents in your choice of career, or did your parents have a certain wishful thinking in regards to this?
My parents didn't really know anything about martial arts. I say obviously.
About your job?
My job, they obviously took me over to college when I left school and said, you want to get a trade under your belt. They said, electricians well paid, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
So I took their advice and yeah.
Okay, yeah, that was very similar to me. My father always said, you need to get a safe job, save money, a good money. And because I also came out from a very poor childhood, and so I chose the police.
Yep.
So you went into the electrician stuff.
Yep.
Cool, interesting. How do you see yourself, the connection between the martial arts and the security?
I think it's very useful. Any type of martial art is useful for, security for yourself and for other people. And I personally think that everybody should do some form of martial art.
I absolutely
Doesn't
agree.
have to be self-defense, Krav Maga, Jiu-Jitsu, do something. And then so that's going to build your confidence. And, you can use that.
How do you rate the importance of self-defense itself?
I would say it needs to be done. I think self-defense needs to be, high priority. So the world is we know how the world is, and everybody needs to be able to defend themselves and their family. So I think self-defense should be a high priority for everybody.
Yeah, I see it the same way. What kind of methods do you use to motivate your students? Because to me, motivation is always the key to keep the students in the club or in training or in seminars.
Yeah, I think you've got to have a combined of we're doing hard training, but you also need to mix that, especially with the children, make it fun, because children are hard to keep their focus. So we can't just do an hour of cat or an hour of this. You need to mix it up a little bit so they have a bit of fun, concentrate, techniques, a bit more fun. So
that sounds good to me.
Yeah.
It sounds really good to me. What are the most common mistakes you see beginners make?
The most common that I see, especially in Jiu-Jitsu, is if we're doing a simple technique, is no movement. So if they're blocking a punch, lack of concentration is another one as well.
What is the importance of prevention and avoidance for you?
I think it's very important. You don't want to go all guns blazing into a situation. So I think it's a great idea to be able to prevent, issues, fights from getting out of hand. So if you can be taught and learn to read a situation, go in nice and calm and sort the problem out without violence is.
What role does the mental training plays in your style, in your method, your teaching?
Again, it's very important. So we teach children and adults, and the mental state is, they're out. What's the best word? Building confidence, making new friends, and that's getting them out from the house from an hour. So a lot of children these days play the computer games. So I really like them on the mat, and it gets them away from that environment.
Do you have a personal experience that has shaped your passion towards the self-defense?
I've not had many issues where I've needed to use my martial art. It's just a case of I've seen, how, like I said earlier, how the world is going around. People start getting in a lot of trouble, and it's, I want to be able to defend myself and family. So I've not had any personal experiences of needing to use it, but I'd rather have the knowledge there and never use it, and not have any, and I can't use it because I don't know what I'm doing. So.
Yeah, I see it the same way. Have you ever fought successfully in a competition yourself?
Yes, done many competitions.
Oh wow! Okay.
So we do the World Martial Arts Games and the European Games. So I only do the self-defense categories. I do them every year. And it's been very successful up to now, and hopefully that will continue.
In fairness, I didn't know about that. Have a guess why?
Oh yes.
I've seen you many times.
Yes.
And you're right. You have excellent skills, even in competition. Okay, is there any special music that motivates you for training or during training?
Not really, no. I don't listen to any kind of music before or after training or during. I just...
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's just ready to go.
Why that? Most people I know, they use either hard rock music or they use table music or...
Yeah, I never have. Even when I go out, I do running. You see all the people with the headphones in, and I never have music on. I don't know why. It's just something I've never done before. Okay,
then it comes the next bad question for you.
Yeah.
Did you ever have yourself had a very embarrassing moment in martial arts?
I've probably had quite a few, to be fair.
Let us know.
I've had the embarrassing. Yeah, I've been punched in the stomach and been sick and stuff like that. And,
okay.
Yeah, and that's obviously not very good when you're trying to teach, especially when I've been teaching with my son, and he might hit me, and he's a little bit dazed, and you got the kids. What's happened?
Me.
Yeah, and it's like, oh no.
Okay. What hobbies do you have away from the mat or the ring?
Do lots of walking.
Walking, okay.
Yeah. Bit of running.
I expected my wife.
The wife as well, yeah.
Isn't that a hobby too?
Yeah. We do lots of stuff for the children, wife and kids, trying much family time as possible. So that mixes in with everything else.
Is there a martial arts master, martial arts grandmaster or self-defense trainer who has impressed or ever influenced you?
Yeah. One of them standing right here.
Oh, thank you so much.
Yeah, and my other head instructor, Sensei Steve, he's obviously been my mentor for the last 25 years.
Oh, wonderful.
And then the late Roy Fox, he was my original instructor.
Okay.
He was the one that taught me first when I got on the mat. he probably taught me for 3 or 4 years, then he sadly passed away.
Yeah, it's always bad if the good ones are passing away.
Yeah. But I say, if it wasn't for them two, then I probably wouldn't be doing Jiu-Jitsu. They've kept me focused in the game, and then.
Yeah. Which famous martial artist would you like to train or fight with if you had the opportunity, and why with this person in particular?
Cool. That's a good question.
It's a hard one.
That is a very hard one. I don't know. I think I'd like to train with Jackie Chan.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, just the way he moves, And if it was somebody that's made up from a film, I'd like to train with John Wick.
Oh, okay, all right.
He does jiu-jitsu and stuff, and it's very relatable to what I do. So if I could train,
and he never dies.
No, exactly. Yeah, bulletproof.
Yeah, he's bulletproof. Yeah. Okay, I understand. Yeah, everybody has his idols. Yeah, that's true. I just met recently Chuck Norris in Las Vegas. It was a childhood dream. And it was very emotional when I met him. So I really understand you. What did you like best about today's seminar with Amnon Maor?
It was good. We've done a lot of different stuff to what I've done before. In regards to, I've been to a couple of seminars with Amnon now. We've done a lot more technical stuff. And the tempo was very good. So it's been very hot today inside the dojo. But yeah, we've worked hard, and it's good to see everybody doing the same as well. There's not been anybody standing out. Oh, I can't handle the heat. Everyone's put 100% effort in, which is brilliant. Yeah,
I've seen it the same way here. Yeah, everybody was motivated, and until the very bitter end, everybody was giving their best. Yeah, that's true. What would you like to pass on to other masters, grandmasters, or martial artists? Personal information or a tip?
I think just to be open-minded with other martial arts. So I've seen you get other martial arts instructors, they may do just karate, and that's all they'll know, that's all they'll stick to, they won't mix. I think it's very good just to say, be open-minded, try new martial arts. You might find some stuff that really helps, your martial art that you already do.
Yeah, sounds good to me. Do you have a special personal tip for somebody who just starts seeking for martial arts, wants to train in martial arts, never been to a martial arts studio? Do you have a tip how to get into this?
If you can bring a friend, go with a friend. So we've found the hardest thing, especially for adults, is as you get older, you get nervous, and the hardest part is for them to walk on that mat. So I think if you can find a friend to go with, even if that friend never goes back again, that first initial class, I think it's the most hardest. So if you can be confident, bring someone with you, get on that mat and try. If you don't like it, you don't have to come back again, but it's like everything.
Yeah, with a partner it makes it more easy.
Yeah.
That is true, yeah, because they share the same.
Exactly, yeah.
That's true, yeah. And now the last question for today. Do you have yourself a favorite wisdom or a quote for your life or for others? Let us know.
Do we have a favorite quote? I probably have, but I can't think of one off the top of my head. No, I don't think I do.
No?
No. Work hard, play hard.
Okay, that's one.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Kevin, for being with me in this interview. It was a real pleasure, and I hope you like what you see at the end.
I hope so. Thank you, Freddy.
Okay, have a nice day and enjoy the rest of the seminar tomorrow.
Thank you.
And now we are hungry. We are going now for our dinner.
Definitely.
All right.
Yes, thank you.
See you then.
Thank you.
Bye.